Welcome to our election focus. With so many races and so many candidates jockeying for position in the upcoming primary, we weren't able to get the in-depth conversation that we had during the Annapolis city election. So this time, we're shaking it up a little bit. We identified key challenged races and invited all of the candidates to pitch us. In each 10-minute recording, we present a single question to the candidate. I am a new voter. Why should I vote for you? And after that, the candidate has up to 10 minutes to pitch themselves, and if they run out of time, we hang up on them. It's very simple and mildly therapeutic. Joining us now is Doug Rathell, who is a Republican running for the House of Delegates in District 30A. Say, hey, I'm a new voter here in Annapolis area, and I understand you're running for delegate in 30A. So why would I want to vote for you?
So my name is Doug Rathell. I'm a born and raised Marylander. I grew up in Talbot County and in the Eastern Shore and have a strong agricultural background, come from a farming family. We had a farm equipment dealership. Came over here for a career with the Annapolis Fire Department. I've been here for 11 years. I'm currently a fire lieutenant and paramedic. I really enjoy my job. It's the best job in the world, being out there, being able to give service to our residents and visitors. I'm a married father of 3 children. I have a 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 5-year-old who's coming in here right now to talk to me. I am a graduate of the Leadership Anne Arundel Flagship Program in 2015, and that's really what got me interested in the political realm. I've learned about all the different facets of Anne Arundel County and really what makes our county succeed. Great program. I really recommend it. I also attended the St. John's Executive Seminars for 2 years, and that's with that, we go into different literature and we have a theme and we kind of base that on everyday life and what we can pick out of that. As I've said, I've had a life dedicated to community service, and I started out as a volunteer firefighter in the early 2000s, and I felt like there was something more I could do. So then I became a paramedic, and I really enjoyed helping people. So that's when I started with Annapolis Fire Department. And through running calls and all throughout the city and county, I've seen some of the districts and been in all the different communities, and I've picked up on certain needs that may not be addressed properly or could be handled better. And that's when my desire to serve brought me into wanting to run for political office. I've helped out with a few campaigns in the past, and that kind of got me some basic knowledge with that. So when I saw that Delegate McMillan was not running again and that there was a possible vacant seat, I had the long, hard talk with my wife, who is a emergency room nurse, about running for office, and we decided that we would give it a chance. So I declared my candidacy the next day and have been out putting in work since then. So there's 3 major things in my platform. The first one is that I am going with smart growth and our infrastructure buildup. Our county and city have seen a large influx in populations and new communities. But with that, our schools have not been increased in sizes or new schools built. We haven't had new police districts created until recently. We haven't had new fire stations built, and the staffing built up, and even waste management. The roads need to be improved because of traffic issues. So, with that smart growth, I want to see some type of agreement with our infrastructure being built up prior to the growth being completed. So, that way you can go from here to there, just like you can now, versus sitting in traffic for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or, waiting a half hour for an emergency service when you need it. now on emergency services and public safety. With my background, I believe the safety of our community is paramount. It's extremely important. One thing that I am very familiar with, and some of the other candidates are speaking about it too, is our opiate epidemic. I'm assigned currently as the EMS officer for the city of Annapolis on my shift. And with that, I run on the majority of the overdoses, and I've, given the wonder drug Narcan and brought people to death, or I've been there to help with that. And we've given them a second chance at life. The county government rolled out the Safe Station program several months ago, where you can come into any firehouse or any police station, no questions asked, and seek help for your addiction. And that can include opiates, alcohol, any type of addiction that you feel you need help with. And with that, the county mobile crisis unit will come to the firehouse or police station, and they will work on getting you treatment in one of the facilities in Anne Arundel County. I want to see that happen statewide. I would work on legislation on making that happen throughout the state. I know that some of the fire service and EMS service is volunteer based. So in some areas it may be more based at police stations, but I want to be able to give that help. It's been very successful. And, there's been several people that have turned their lives around completely and are now free of their addiction. The problem also with that is we need to make sure that we build up our back end services, because I've seen that with our current status is that several times people will come in and want help, and due to a lack of beds or lack of facilities, there's only so many places that they can be treated, and they could go home and could overdose the next morning possibly while they're waiting for that treatment. So I want to see additional beds, additional facilities with mental health, and just really having places for people to go and get that help that they want, because it's killing too many of our citizens, family members, and residents. Then also, I want to look at our school safety, which is a very large issue currently. We've had several incidents in schools throughout the country where children are losing their lives or being hurt, as well as teachers. No, this is a newer issue that we've really been trying to deal with, and I want to work on establishing a committee to really try and figure out what's going to be the best option for this. One thing that I believe we can work on beforehand, and while we're working on that committee build up, is that I feel that we can educate all of our teachers in CPR. And that could be something that's done with the health department and the fire department in coordination. And then also educate our teachers in a Stop the Bleed training, which is a national training program, which goes along with CPR a lot now. And that's for massive bleeding, hemorrhage control. And you have little kits basically in centralized areas that have trauma dressings and stuff and tourniquets to help prevent your life being lost by massive hemorrhage. That could be done. That whole program could be rolled out in a few months to teachers throughout the county and even throughout the state. CPR is life-saving. Of course, we have lifeguards know CPR, babysitters know CPR. So to me, it only makes sense that our teachers would know that too. And we just really need to try and figure out the best way with our committees, how, we'd be able to increase school safety. I personally, don't know if that's going to be adding more officers, securing, points of entry. There's a lot of different options that need to be looked into that I think would go well with town hall meetings and meetings with PTAs and several members of the community. Then our taxes, it's expensive to live in our county and in our state. I want to keep our taxes as low as we can.
1 minute.
Say what?
1 minute.
Okay. I want to keep our taxes as low as we can. I want to either lower them or hold them at the current rate as long as our public services won't be affected. To get more information, you can go on my Facebook page, Elect Doug Rathell. You can go on my Instagram or Twitter at Elect Doug. And you can also follow my hashtag Elect Doug. The primary is June 26th, and I'm hoping for your support. And I hope to see you at the polls.
To learn more about Doug Rathell, please visit his website at electdougrathell.com. And that is Elect Doug, RATHELL.com.